Cops are here, dude. Yeah, you hear that?
What the world? What did that guy say?
Yeah, we got to move on to police news here. Let me see. Just find my files here. Always takes me a second when I get to this part for some reason.
All right. Let's see.
Police news. We're going to go out to reason.com. Get out of here, you stupid pig. All right. Attempting to serve a search warrant by entering a house through a window got Killeen. This town is called Killeen. Killeen. Texas police detective Charles Dinwiddie shot in his stupid pig cunt face and killed last May. It was yet another SWAT raid organized for a purpose other than the reason they were invented. The police had a search warrant looking for narcotics at the home of Marvin Lewis Guy, a 49-year-old. They decided to serve this warrant at 5:30 in the morning and without knocking on his door. He opened fire on them like a hero, killing Dinwiddie and injuring 3 others. What do you think about that?
Aren't they supposed to knock on your door and show you the warrant? Isn't the point of the warrant?
Aren't they supposed to fuck off and hang themselves?
No.
Though they found a glass pipe, a grinder, and a pistol, they did not find any drugs. Former Reason editor Radley Balco took note of the deadly raid in May at the Washington Post. A police informant apparently told them there were bags of cocaine inside the house, which sounds like a lot like another familiar drug raid in Virginia that got an officer killed. So this has happened a few times over the past 3 years, and every time judges are coming back and saying, "Hey, the guy's defending his house. It's within the it's within his legal rights. A police officer who doesn't identify themselves and barges in a house can be fucking shot in the face."
Even ones that do should be shot in the fucking face.
I think that if they give you a parking ticket, they should be shot in the face.
Every time I see a cop on the side of the road, I have to restrain myself from fucking running him over.
No
when
shit,
when he has
dude.
somebody pulled over, you know? And
really
every
am.
time I'm pulled over, I'm
You just
fucking
hope
praying,
somebody will
like,
kill
oh,
him
come
so
on,
bad."
drunk driver,
Yeah.
just take this motherfucker
Kill
out.
this guy.
Just kill him, and I'll just drive away. I wouldn't even call the fucking ambulance for that fucking piece of shit.
How old were you when you realized like you didn't care about them as people?
When I was held for ransom, when I was fucking 15.
Oh yeah, what happened?
They arrested me and 10 of my friends. We went down to the fucking police station. They didn't give us any fucking paperwork. They didn't give us anything at all. They told us to call our friends, and it was $50 a piece to get us out. And we all did that. No paperwork, no court date, no document. Kidnapped. Held for ransom.
What town?
Berwyn, Illinois.
And
motherfuckers.
Is that something they did a lot, you think?
No, that's the only thing I've heard of it. But it happened to me.
But that department is fucking corrupt as shit.
Yeah. It's the worst.
They're probably no better than Chicago, right?
No, they're better than Chicago.
You think so?
When I'm approached by Chicago cops, I fucking cower, even though I know my rights. And
I know,
shit.
dude.
They're so scary.
When you're in the suburbs, you can tell I'm not rolling down my fucking window.
fuck
Here's my
you.
shit. Fuck you. When you're in the city, though, yeah, it's like, okay, don't kill me for Christ's sake, please. I'll do whatever you say. It's like they have that fucking edge, dude. They're mobsters. They're fucking scary,
They're crazy.
psychopaths.
They're all fat as fuck. They're all huge. They're all angry.
And they look like Looney Tunes mobsters. Like they've got that like crooked like jaw with like a cigar kind of look, you know, like fucking what's his name, Muggsy in Looney Tunes.
Their faces are all like a little too small for their heads.
Yeah, they're well, they all, and most of them are gonna have that like classic ape-like sloping brow, revealing a less than developed frontal lobe because they mostly have very low IQs. In
I couldn't
local
even look
police
at those
departments.
guys. There's
Sorry, go ahead.
sorry. I couldn't even look at those guys. They were so fucking scary.
Have you ever noticed how pronounced my frontal lobe is? The city cops are fucking out of control. They're fucking nuts. In fact, I'm kind of worried they'll just kill us if they hear this.
No, they'll kill you in a second. They'll go home and fucking get 2 weeks vacation paid.
The Virginia case that we were talking about ended with Ryan Frederick. This guy went to prison for 10 years despite his insistence that he thought he was defending himself against his home intruders. This was the last one. He may end up lucky compared to this new guy, whose name is Guy. Prosecutors in Texas are going to seek the death penalty against him. God, I fucking hate this. We should start a crusade for this guy.
A crusade?
Can you write this down
For Guy?
somewhere? A
Yeah.
new idea. Let's fucking let's make this guy a project of ours.
Well, you want to get like money for his attorney and shit?
I don't know. We'll talk about it during the week, but we'll come up with something we can do.
He doesn't
I mean-
look
I
like
mean,
he has much money. He's wearing like a wife beater. He doesn't shave.
we don't have any power yet, but I mean, going forward, maybe we can. I don't know. Maybe we can help network some people and get some attention for this case. Let's see. It's the guy, the detective that was killed is Charles Dinwiddie. And the guy's name is Marvin Lewis Guy. Marvin Lewis Guy. What race do you think that is?
French.
I know.
Well,
I'm just
I
saying,
gotta-
just based on the name, what race do you think it is?
Marvin Lewis Guy? Well, I don't know. The only person I've known named Guy was a Mexican dude, so I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just thinking Marvin Lewis sounds like a black guy.
Well, he is black because I have a
Is he?
picture of him right here.
Oh, okay. I was right. I don't know. I just like guessing.
I just
those
pretended
names.
I didn't have a picture just to guess.
Let's move on. Baltimore cop sucker punches an unsuspecting man, then charges him with assault. You ever seen something like that?
Yeah, in the video. We have a video of that.
We got this video? Let's see
Putting
here.
up on the page right now.
Which one is it? Which video is it? Because it's not the same as the fucking headline. So,
Well, let me see it.
look.
Keep talking.
We're trying to find this fucking one of many videos of police beating people that we get a little bit confused. You have no idea. Is
Second
that
from
it?
the bottom.
Are you sure?
Second from the bottom.
All right, we're pulling this up right the fuck now.
Take a look at this video.
Where is
What do you
this?
see here?
Okay.
The action taking place.
Oh, yeah, I
is
saw
now
this.
instead of a
Okay.
lawsuit filed against a Baltimore City
This
police
this was
officer.
part of a thing that
shocking
went
video-
on for a while before that happened. This is a video of a guy like getting beaten at a bus stop, basically, right? And you can see one cop holding him by the shirt, and the other just taking giant fucking like haymaker swings at his face.
Because his kid's a faggot and he goes to work to fucking hurt everybody.
And
He's
by
a
the way,
fucking piece of shit.
look at the way this cop punches. How bad do you want to box this piece of shit? What a fucking pussy who has no idea how to fight.
Let's
either.
see it. Play it back.
Here, look. Listen to
Take a look at
this.
this video. What do you see here? The action taking place is now at the center of a lawsuit filed
Oh my
against
God,
a
that guy's such a
Baltimore City
fucking
police
pussy.
officer. That shocking
Well,
video-
those giant telegraphed
Oh, I know.
sparking punches, like, what a piece
I would
of
wait
shit.
for the recoil and just fucking murder him.
I'd love to box that guy in a controlled setting. But, all right, let's see what these fucking news hacks say about this. You ready?
a Baltimore City police officer. That shocking video was actually caught by a Baltimore City Police Department camera, and attorneys representing a Baltimore man are crying foul.
And they say their client was viciously beaten by an officer for no apparent reason. 11 News reporter Lowell Melzer joins us live from police headquarters with the latest. Lowell.
Yeah, good evening. Attorneys for 32-year-old Colin Truss tell us that back in June, all their client did was exchange words with that 6-year veteran Baltimore City police officer before, as you saw on video, that officer punching him over and over again. Now, despite being charged in this case, Truss's attorneys tell us that those charges were dropped once the state's attorney's office saw the tape.
Oh, stop this.
What?
What's with every single news agency I've seen in the last like few years? They just sit there and they say, well, this guy said, and the video depicted, and then this guy told us, and then that guy. What are they don't have any fucking opinion at all. They're all just afraid of getting sued like little bitches.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, and plus, it's their job to be
But-
it's their job to be a buffer between you and law enforcement and big corporations, and like their job is to muddy the waters so that if they come on the air and tell the truth, then we might actually do something about
Not
it.
the
you know?
truth, but have a fucking opinion. Don't be a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, that too. They're just fucking robotic. Well, I mean, but they're just it's when there's a case like this and they can't be liars and apologists for the state, they'll just try to skew with language so that you don't get too angry.
I've
You know,
seen
that's-
videos of things that were clearly, happening, and then they were like, "Well, he allegedly."
Right,
Like,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
what the fucking? Come on.
But if it was like me and you beating somebody up at a bar, shocking new
yeah.
footage of a brutal beatdown caught on camera.
These
you know,
maniac
like, yeah.
people, fucking yeah.
Show no remorse as
No
they
mercy.
high five and take a shot after beating this stupid yuppie up or
Well,
something.
That
Here.
probably would be true.
Yeah,
though.
exactly. Hang on.
It was a very vicious attack that was uncalled.
Damn
it was
straight.
unwarranted.
Attorneys Ivan Bates and Tony Garcia announce a 7-count lawsuit against...
Even the guy's attorneys are scumbags. Look at those guys.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
Everyone in the fucking legal, the whole spectrum is just what a bunch of shit.
Oh, what's this scene here? They're outside of a liquor store.
Yeah, this is where. So this whole thing started. They were obviously arguing. I think what happened is the cop probably said something too forceful to this guy, and he didn't like how he was being talked to. You can see his girlfriend is trying to get him away from the cop, but he keeps trying to make some point, and eventually he gets beat up.
His girlfriend is huge, dude.
Yeah, his girlfriend should have.
She should have beat the fuck out of that cop.
Baltimore police officer Vincent
Dude, wow, she's about 6'5", 400.
She's twice the size of the cop.
Monday. Bates and Garcia claimed that their client, 32-year-old Colin Truss, is the victim of police brutality.
So here, they're trying to put him in cuffs, and he's trying to get out, and then they start beating the shit out of him. But, you know, I mean, and a lot of people are going to go, well, he was resisting, he was trying to, you know, you got to, that's why there's court, because if you get wrongfully arrested, you'll be able to prove your innocence in court, right? Everybody has that chance, right? Yeah, we know how it fucking works. This is a guy who's being kidnapped by corrupt officials of a corrupt state and being forced through violence to comply for some arbitrary reason. Like he hasn't, nowhere they haven't said this guy committed a crime previous to this. All he's done is pretty much stand his ground with a dickhead cop, it looks like to me.
And the alleged attack was all caught on police surveillance video.
Right, the alleged
According
attack.
to charging documents, back on June 15th, Officer Kosum
So
says
I can see exactly what's going on here. Do you see this? The fucking guy that got beat up is in this liquor store with this fucking cop, and they're talking like two guys at a bar who are about to fight. You know what I mean? And there's other people telling this guy, hey, fucking leave the cop, get out of here, stop, you know. And this cop is clearly doing a like, yeah, you better listen to your homies, partner. You know, like clearly just like trying to rub it in. You know what I mean? Like just fucking like trying like with his chest bowed out. Like, yeah, you better walk away. You better walk away. So of course the guy's not fucking walking away because the cop doesn't want him to. He wants to beat him up.
Intoxicated Truss loitering in front of a liquor store at Green Mountain North Avenues and
I'm
told
sure nobody ever hangs out at that liquor store, right?
him to move. The two exchanged words, and Truss went into the liquor store to make
just
a
pushed
purchase.
the girl.
When Truss came out, a female friend of his is seen on the video pushing him away from officers as more words are exchanged.
And he's just
Eventually, Truss is backed into a nearby
So
bus
she's
stop,
pushing
and
him
all
away
of a
from the
sudden,
officer to
Truss's
protect him.
attorneys say
Meanwhile,
She's
the
trying to-
officer
she-
fucking attacks her.
Yeah, she's trying to get the
Fucking-
guy away. They're just maniacs, dude.
Fucking crazy.
She's trying to get her friend away from the cop, and the cop pushes her.
What the?
Which I don't know, dude. He's just trying to start shit. Fucking maniac. What else we got for police stuff?
Cops are upsetting me.
We've got sheriff's deputy arrested for sexual assault.
There's a news video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hang on, this is pulling up. What's going on here?
Oh.
Police crime. What site is this from?
It's
Do we need this video?
Yeah, play it.
We begin here at 6 with the latest on a Tulsa
More
County
fucking
Sheriff's
these
deputy
assholes
behind
gonna
bars for sexual
apologize
assault.
for this guy or what?
Investigators say their top priority
I
now
don't hear it.
is to find additional victims.
They believe 5
hear
or
it?
more
No, we
women
got no
encountered
fucking
Deputy
audio for this
Gerald
video.
Knuckles on
That doesn't
traffic
make sense.
stops or
Whatever, we're abandoning that. Houston police officers.
Tonight, the I-Team takes you inside the
Houston
ticket rigging investigation
ticket
at the
rigging.
Houston Police Department.
We have the paper trail that shows officers listed on speeding tickets who were never at the scene.
And tonight, the I-Team's Jeremy Rogalski talked to one driver who says he was a victim of that alleged scheme.
Wait, so they're just writing fucking fake tickets now?
Who says he was a victim of that alleged scheme.
He's not your everyday motorist on the road.
You've been where?
I've been behind the radar gun.
You've written tickets?
Yes, sir.
He's a police officer who asked not to be identified. We'll call him Jerry. And when HPD wrote Jerry up for speeding in his personal car earlier this year...
I immediately know that something's hinky with the ticket.
Why? Because the ticket writing officer put down another cop as a witness. But
there was no other officer. He was the only officer there.
what Jerry didn't know at the time is what the I-Team has now uncovered through a paper trail. Dozens of cases where HPD officers listed witnessing officers on tickets who were never there, all to allegedly collect hefty overtime checks by later appearing in traffic court.
Just to remind you, just like any other citizen, they're innocent until proven guilty.
See what they got going on there? They're just including their fucking buddies when they write tickets so they get to come to court too and get the overtime pay.
Oh, That's not a bad idea.
It's like clocking your. That's like letting your friend leave early from work and clocking him out when you leave. You know.
Well, do they give everybody those guys ever wrote a ticket to their money back?
They said a lot of them. Oh, do they now? I don't know.
Houston Police Officers Union says it will offer legal representation to officers Gregory Rosa, Robert Manzanares, and John Garcia, all targets of an internal affairs probe. A fourth officer under investigation, Rudolph Farias, shot himself in a police parking garage. The I-team found the alleged scheme took place mostly on highways. All targets of an internal affairs probe. A fourth officer under investigation, Rudolph Farias, shot himself in a police.
Yeah. Okay. Good. One less fucking piece of shit. So those are those fucking ticketing scandals. Do we want to even hear the rest of that, or you guys just fucking look that up at home if you really fucking want to know what happened with that?
I don't give a shit.
It's just all we care about is showing how fucking much this shit happens. That's all we really give a shit about.
We should definitely talk to the dog guy about how dogs get murdered by fucking cops more than dogs get murdered by anybody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cops are probably the biggest killers of dogs out there.
For sure.
Besides maybe coyotes.
I read like 3 articles a week.
Oh, yeah, dude, it's constant. And then if you fucking kick a police dog, you go to jail for 4 years, you know? What would happen if you threw a police dog at a police horse, do you think? You'd get in huge trouble for that. Tulsa County Deputy Gerald Knuckles resigns amid allegations of sexual assault. This was the video that we had, but we'll just do the article. A sheriff's deputy arrested Tuesday for sexual assault has resigned from the department. Tulsa County Undersheriff Tim Albin spoke Wednesday morning at a press conference addressing the arrest of Deputy Gerald Knuckles. What a shit name. How many people have these terrible names that we come across on this show? Nuckolls.
Just the weird nerd fucking fag fucking cops, pretty much.
Was arrested Tuesday after what Albin described as a third-party complaint regarding the deputy's conduct during a call. Albin says another deputy was contacted by a friend who had information about the incident. The deputy went to his supervisor. Wait a second. You throw a police dog at a cop on a police horse, knocking the cop off, scaring the horse, and causing it to charge away. That's the thing we're doing. So we're clear. According to the affidavit, a woman claims Knuckles arrived at her home to investigate a 911 hang-up, and while there, he allegedly touched and exposed himself to the victim and another woman. Yup. Albin says that within 16 hours of receiving the complaint, an investigation was launched and Knuckles was booked into jail. So he must have done some serious shit if they're arresting a cop within 16 hours after a fucking accusation is made. Normally, what would happen there, they'd make that accusation, it would go into some file cabinet. 8 months later, once they finally hired expensive lawyer, we'll say.
Maybe the broad knew somebody in the police department. He was like, we'll take care of it. They had to arrest him just for the record.
There's something.
Yeah.
Either they had it on video, home surveillance, or something is like.
So he went to their home, busted his dick out in front of 2 broads?
He went, he was there on a call.
For what? What was the call for?
A 911 hang-up. So that could be bullshit, too. I don't know.
They say that shit all the time. That doesn't even happen. I've actually had cops come to my house twice for 911 hang-ups.
Yeah, you can
I accidentally dial 911 a lot, and they have never shown up anywhere I am.
See, that's why it's bullshit.
Sometimes they call me back, but usually I just find out because I get a phone bill and they charge you for it.
But that's a cell
much?
phone.
99 cents every time you call.
Do that every day. Fucking prank call 911 right now.
Probably get in big trouble.
Yeah, probably get in big trouble. I'm like afraid to prank call wedding bands because I got to read up on wiretapping laws. We should, you know what? my uncle is a lawyer. Well, I want to prank call people on the show, but I don't know if we fucking damage someone's reputation, which is like the only point for doing it. Then
Illinois
it's
is
probably. Can you look this up?
Illinois is one of the only states where you cannot record someone without their consent. It's a felony.
Right.
And that's to protect.
Is that pretty
police.
clear cut?
Yeah.
What if it's a fuck? Because we've already done that. So what if it's
no? They were recording it. So they
if it's somebody who's answering a number that talks to the public, do they have the same expectation of privacy?
I'll look it up.
Yeah, find that out, because if there's a loophole where I can call a number that's listed publicly as a business line, maybe you can record that. Maybe. I don't know. So anyways, back to this story. At 8 a.m. Wednesday, Knuckles was placed on administrative leave without pay, and within an hour, Albin says he resigned his position with the sheriff's office. Yeah, he's guilty as fuck. He says investigators haven't determined exactly how many victims there are, but they believe there may have been 5 or more.
Who's investigating this?
His friends.
Boys?
Yeah.
His homeboys?
His friends. He encourages any other victims to come forward. This is the guy that's supposedly taken. I don't know, though. I mean, stuff like this, you never know. I mean, this is... Not every single fucking department is just over. Like, we live near Chicago, so we have a little bit of a distorted view. You know what I mean? Around here, it's really bad. But, like, there's places out in the middle of nowhere that, yeah, they find out one of their officers is fucking molesting people. They probably will take it seriously, you know? Our first and foremost responsibility, it's like, you know, there's even small towns around here that really aren't that fucking criminal, you know, but we don't like them anyways. But our first and foremost responsibility is to the victims. The bottom line is we're going to do the right thing, he said. The fucking cop's bond is set at $125,000. Is that when you only have to pay 10% of it though?
Yeah, you have to pay 10%. So what's that?
Why do they fucking do that? Why don't they just say the number they want from you and call it ransom? Why do they your bond is $125,000.
And whatever happened to like
you only have to pay 10%, and then if you're innocent, you get 70% of that back. They still take 30% of it.
The Sixth Amendment or some shit is like bail shall not be excessive or no cruel or unusual, and they're fucking giving people $1 million bonds, fucking $2 million, $10 million. That's excessive.
Yeah, well, depending on the crime, isn't it too? I mean,
it doesn't matter. You're innocent till proven. It's the fucking amendment. You're innocent till proven guilty.
Yeah.
Bail shall not be excessive because you're fucking innocent, and no cruel and unusual punishment.
Yeah, that's how the verbatim, I think. DEA.
Well, there's one more thing on it, but whatever. Fuck you, man.
DEA
like
shoot.
A fucking Constitution goblin. Fuck you.
That's not funny.
I know.
Just adding goblin to things. It's really dumb. You gotta stop.
But I don't know it like that. I just remember it. It's no big deal.
DEA shoot grandmother reaching for baby during raid, according to Sun. You ready for this? Lillian Alonzo, a 49-year-old grandmother, was shot while trying to pick up an infant grandchild during a raid by the Drug Enforcement Administration in Manchester, New Hampshire, the Free State. Police in raids elsewhere arrested 2 of Alonzo's daughters in an oxycodone ring. Ooh, you mean they were selling the legal drug that you want to push on everybody, but without the proper fucking licensing and paperwork? So now when it's in their hands, oxycodone is dangerous, I guess.
Is that opiate?
Fucking thing is
Heroin?
absurd. Yeah, it's a fucking it's like a downer. Or it's very close to morphine, I guess, I think, right?
Heroin is morphine.
Yeah, right, yeah, same shit. The New Hampshire Attorney General's office is investigating the shooting, according to the New Hampshire union leader, and believe that one of the officer's weapons discharged. They shot the fucking old lady on purpose because they knew they'd be able to say, oh, she was grabbing for something, you know. Fucking, these guys want this fucking tough guy job, and then they run around petrified, fucking feeble shaking from every little fucking old lady, hands on their fucking guns, ready to shoot everybody all the fucking time. You want to be tough, you know, be tough. Don't fucking shoot constantly for every movement, you know. I've played police trainer, fucking video games. I got really far at that. I know that when the lady with the police trainer video games. You know, the fucking arcade, it was a really popular arcade game. And, you know, you do...
it was like a first-person shooter with a real gun.
The discrimination part. And, you
you
don't...
pop up, like, cutouts and shit.
You play it, like, 3 times. You know how to not shoot ladies with babies. A lady with a baby is one of the main fucking thing that pops up that you're not supposed to shoot. That's fucking in all those simulations. There's always a lady with a baby. This guy shoots the fucking lady with the baby?
-10.
Holy fuck. Earlier this week, a Houston police officer shot a man in the abdomen during a quote, confrontation in a drug raid in which the DEA also participated in Sugarland, Texas. This neighborhood is really quiet and peaceful. Our kids run around the neighborhood. It's a great place to live. It's very surprising to see this in this area, one resident told a local TV station. There are more than 100 SWAT raids a day across the United States and often on... Wait, what?
Can we talk about that when
there
we
are more
come
than
back from break?
100 SWAT raids a day across the United States. Do you hear that?
I believe that from like the 1970 to like 1989, there was like 4 fucking raids.
30. They averaged 30
Was that
a
what it
year.
was?
Yeah.
Now it's how many? 100,000 or something?
Yeah, now it's over 100 a day.
Crazy,
and they're
crazy
almost,
number.
Holy
majority of them are
fucking
drug
Christ.
charges.
Yeah, that's
too.
what the drug war
Almost
is to
all of
destroy the
them.
4th Amendment. That's its only purpose.
What
They're never
states-
busting in your house like you're in here breaking some other law besides drugs. That's only for drugs.
Hey, watch out.
My God.
Eagles around
Dude, you
here.
need to patch the fucking roof.
I know. We really do need to work on the roof here. I don't know. Should we go to break real quick?
Yeah, let's go to break.
Let's go to break. When we come back...